Evolution brought about rivalrous dynamics, but then it also brought about our prefrontal cortices, our capacity for abstraction, and our ability to do design and technology. Lions can't make themselves radically more capable as a predator in a very short period of time, faster than the gazelles can get away, right? If they could eat all the gazelles and then go extinct because they debased the substrate upon which they lived. And so as the great white's getting a little bit faster, the seals are also getting faster, right? The whole system is co-evolving, so there are no radical power asymmetries. We started modeling ourselves as an apex predator, but then developing tools that increased our ability to do that on an exponential curve when the environment wasn't increasing its capacity to deal with that on an exponential curve. That self-terminates. So that's evolution modified by technology. We need something that is neither of those things to be able to take the next step. And one way of talking about it is evolution is an unconscious process, right? It's an algorithmic process of which species survive and reproduce. And it's extremely slow and most things fail. What makes it through, though, has a profound degree of complexity. Design is a much faster process, but we always build things that optimize for some number of functions that we intended it to optimize for, but they affect more things than we intended to optimize, which usually is an externality. There's some harm where it wasn't intended. Evolution by design is something that is different than just technology design, where we're designing complicated systems, and it's different than complex design that is unconscious. There's a process by which we can think of it in mythopoetic terms and say the evolutionary process kept increasing orderly complexity until we got to the capacity for abstraction that could contemplate evolution itself and look at the principles of evolution, see what it's doing, and choose to consciously participate with and mediate evolution itself. And so then we get to we have the possibility of moving from being parts of the whole that are competing with each other, but moving to having power that makes that no longer possible, to actually being agents for the whole. Because we can't model ourselves as apex predators when we have the ability to extinct whole species, ruin whole biospheres, make new species. That's no longer an adequate model. The only thing in nature that has the kind of ubiquitous power that can make species and destroy species and change the geography is nature itself, but now consciously mediated through agents that have kind of woken up as that. So I think this next shift is us realizing that as technology that results from our abstraction, but focused on parts and not focused on how the whole thing fits together. As technology is kind of giving us the power of gods, we have to get the love and wisdom and understanding of gods, or we self-terminate with that power. That's a big task. I don't think that we can say that anything smaller than that could possibly be adequate.